story begins with Kaitlin, who has just returned from a year-long Euro trip. It's 1:15, June 7th, 1995. Rain pours down on her veranda roof of her family's new home, but the place feels unfamiliar. When she reaches the door, she notices a note taped to it. It's from her younger sister Sam, who apologizes for not being home, and she asks Katie not to go looking for her. Katie finds a spare key and opens the door, but the moment she steps inside, the hallway lights flicker. The house is empty, so she turns the lights on and begins to look for her family. The place is huge, almost like a manor. Most rooms feel unused, and the emptiness makes the silence even heavier. But her family isn't here to welcome her back. Why? What happened to her family? If you enjoy that I cover lesser-known games, hitting the like button helps me continue to do so for you. But since you're still here, welcome to
Gone Home.
Under the stairs, she discovers a hidden room with candles and a symbol drawn on the table. A portrait of a man sits in the center. Katie has never seen him before, so she looks around and finds an attic key taped to a piece of cardboard. She also finds Sam's first journal entry where Sam sounds melancholic and mentions somebody named Lonnie. Katie wants to know what happened here, so she keeps exploring. Moving deeper into the house, she finds notes and letters scattered in different rooms. They fill in the year that she missed. The family moved into this house after she left, but Sam struggled with the transition. Students at her new school called their home the Psycho House because of Oscar Masson, the previous owner. He isolated himself before he died, and a newspaper article showed his photo. It's the same man from the room underneath the stairs. Stepping into her father's office, Terrence, a bulletin board is covered with notes about Kennedy's assassination theories. On the desk, she finds an electrical bill explaining why the hallway lights keep flickering. Terrence writes book reviews for a magazine, but his editor thinks he's included too much about his own past. Finding a parenting book sitting nearby, Katie gets the sense that her dad was trying to understand Sam better. In the office safe, Katie finds Oscar Masson's will, saying that Terrence would inherit the house, so the sudden move into this new manor finally makes sense. Leaving her father's office and following noises into the living room, she sees that the TV is still on. Finding one of Sam's journal entries, she talks about seeing a girl at school with a punk style. She wanted to talk to her but felt shy. Katie always knew that Sam was confident, so hearing that she was shy surprised her. But nearby she finds one of Sam's assignments covered in rebellious jokes, and that's when she realized that her little sister had changed quite a bit. Katie also learns more about their dad. His books hadn't been selling too well, so his publisher refused to release a third one. The next journal entry she finds mentions Daniel, their childhood friend. Daniel was trying to put the Mac on Sam, but Sam wasn't feeling him. Soon Katie learns that Sam gathered the courage to talk to the punk girl, Lonnie, at the local 7-Eleven. Lonnie was playing Street Fighter. Their conversation went well. Lonnie would even ask Sam if she could visit the Psycho House. From then on, the two began to spend more time together. She would even give Sam a cassette tape filled with rock and grunge music. Their connection grew. Katie keeps exploring and heads upstairs. There she would find Sam's bedroom. Inside she would find a messy room. Clothes, papers, small objects cover the floor and desk. She notices Sam's growing independence, but Katie still recognizes pieces of who her sister used to be. She finds Sam's creative writing projects and a note from a teacher recommending special classes. However, Katie can't help but feel that she's only meeting the ghost of Sam, but she still has no idea why she's gone. Katie then steps into her parents' bedroom next. On her mom's bedside table, she notices a bookmark signed by somebody named Rick. In the bathroom, there's a book about repairing relationships. Seeing the connection, she begins to understand that things were starting to destabilize between her parents, but she continues down the hall. Entering Sam's bathroom, red stains cover the bathtub. The sight immediately alarms her, but she steps closer and realizes it's just hair dye. Another journal entry explained what had happened. Sam and Lonnie dyed Sam's hair red together, but when Lonnie looked at her afterwards, she told Sam that she looked beautiful. Katie starts to understand how deep Sam's feelings went. She searches more of the house and finds a ghost hunter journal that Sam and Lonnie kept. They wrote down strange events that they experienced together, convinced that Oscar Masson's ghost was in the house. The ritual room, the Ouija board, the pillow fort, and the living room start to make more sense. They weren't trying to summon anything, they were too scared and trying to cope with it. They were kids, playing around. In an arts and crafts room nearby, Katie finds a performance evaluation written by their mom. She gave high praise to Richard Patermack, who signed his name as Rick. When Katie thinks about the bookmark in her parents' room and the relationship book in the bathroom, she begins to see what might have been happening. But moving on to another journal entry, Sam describes sneaking out with Lonnie to go to a concert. She continues that they had a great night and that she wondered if Lonnie understood her feelings. Moving into the attic, Katie learns that Sam used this space as a photography room. However, she also notices blankets and signs that Sam had actually been staying here. On the bed, she finds a drawing where Lonnie confessed her feelings to Sam. The next journal entry explains what happened between them. They admitted that they liked each other but broke things off soon after, and Sam was devastated. But later, Lonnie would call Sam from a payphone. She couldn't accept the breakup, so she asked Sam to take the car and leave with her. She wanted them to go somewhere where they could be together without judgment. Sam agreed to go. Katie searches the attic until she finds a letter addressed to her. In it, Sam apologizes for leaving before her sister came home. She hopes that Katie understands why she had to make the choices that she did, and she promises that she's safe and says that she loves her, reassuring that they're going to meet again one day. So, Gone Home looks like a ghost story at first, at least that's what I expected when I bought the game, but the truth underneath is grounded and personal. The story follows Sam as she figures out who she is and where she belongs in this world. Pretty common teenage thing, I think. Katie uncovers everything by exploring the house, finding Sam's journal entries, things about her parents. Each room reveals another part of the past year that she was gone. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that the entire family was struggling. They were all on their own islands. I don't know if Katie herself was like the glue that brought everybody together, or maybe she just didn't understand while she was in it, and it took a while for her to be away from her family to realize how the family dynamics actually operated, or like to see the cracks in her family, I guess, if you know what I mean. Like, you ever step away from your family for a while, and then you come back and you realize, like, oh, this was actually going on this whole time, and I just never noticed it. Her father was facing his past, troubles with his past, and his stalled writing career. Her mom was feeling unloved, unconnected with her husband. She tried to fix their marriage, but he wasn't playing ball with her, so she ended up finding comfort somewhere else, and then it just led to their divorce or their separation, and that left Sam feeling misunderstood at home because she was going through her own thing and she needed connection, so she found connection with Lonnie. In the end, Sam ran away from home to go live freely with the person that she cared about. And Katie arrives too late to see her, but she finally understands, everything that happened. After reaching the end of the story, I kept thinking about what this homecoming must have felt like for Katie. She went on a long trip, finally returns, expected that her family was going to be there, but they weren't there. And she had to learn everything that happened by herself, long after it even happened. So while on the surface it looks like it's a story about Sam, I think it's more about Kate realizing that she is in a home gone. She is in a gone home. Yeah, that one.